Hi, everybody. It's Soulful Sunday, and so I thought, why not start the week off right and come with my pre recorded Soulful Sunday. And I will be back live tomorrow for Motivational Monday. And I'll kind of let you guys know tomorrow how the remainder of the week will pan out. I want to make sure that I still have that Thursday is still good for Miss Sylvia so that we can talk about the addendum to her book, which is a prayer journal. I'm also going to follow up with Miss Diane because she's actually created a grief journal to go with I Know an Angel. But as you can see behind me, there's water. Aisha went camping again for the second time. This time was a little different because the first time was just me and my husband having some time away, getting away from the house, enjoying each other. This time was, though it was pre-planned, it was definitely needed. There were a lot of silent moments. I think truthfully, we all are different. Yeah, so I guess it's kind of the best way I can say that. But I will be back tomorrow. And as far as live, that is. But today for Soulful Sunday, I just want to ensure that we take the time to find out who we are. On this camping trip, I met this brave woman who was camping alone. And so today I just went over and I asked her, and I was like, you're brave. You're out here and you're by yourself. And my friend had already told me that her husband came and helped set her up and actually came back the next day and had breakfast with her. And I just wanted to know how she was comfortable with that without overstepping my boundaries, but wanting to know, because I've never thought to go camping alone. I've never thought to have a vacation by myself without my husband or without the kids or without any girlfriends. And she told me that it helps her stay grounded. She said, so I do it every couple of months or so. I love this spot. She says I kind of have planned out what I'm gonna do. Like I watched a movie, I read a book, I painted my nose, painted my tails, Lord have mercy, painted my fingernails, painted my toes. Just the things that she did, and she did have her dog with her, and she was like, it makes me better. And I said that would make me feel guilty. And she's been married 30 years. She moved here from California, so I understand her need for water. And usually, her and her husband go camping together, but he's kind of burned out on camping, and so, but it's something that she loves. And I just thought it was pretty cool. And so she said to me, after I said, but I would feel guilty. I said, I felt guilty leaving Friday. I felt guilty, leaving even though we had home health care for Desi. We had things figured out for Ivy. The older kids are bigger, duh, because they're older kids. But, I still felt guilty. Like, my son went on a date yesterday, and technically that was his first real date because it wasn't a double date. It was just him and a young lady, and then I hadn't had the opportunity to meet the young lady. And all the men in my family act like I was just being overprotective because I wanted to know her. Hello, hi. But my husband was like, "Babe, we don't even know if he's gonna like her. This is what dating is." And I was like, "I guess." Um, but she told me that it's imperative that you take time for you, that you recharge, and that you find the things that keep you grounded. And she says, instead of looking at it as being selfish, look at it as if you're recharging yourself so that you can avail yourself more to your husband, that you're recharging yourself so that you can avail yourself more to your children. And then she asked, like, what do I do as a hobby? Well, for me, my hobby is advocating for kids. Um, I want children to be treated properly. And she's like, that's okay. That's fine. But what do you do for fun? And I'm gonna go with the flow type of person. So I'll never have the creative let's go bungee jumping idea, or let's go out of the blue paddle boat something, or no, that's not me. Um, Not even a last minute trip. Like that would take me to a whole nother level, because it's like, did you do this? Did you do that? There's so many things. And so what I realized is I have to figure out how to live. Um, and I think this past 2-3 weeks has shown me that Aisha doesn't know how to live for Aisha. Aisha lives for everyone else. Aisha lives not to make everyone happy. That type of stuff doesn't, I mean, you like me, you don't. But when it comes to my children, my husband, my family, I beat myself up a lot about that. Like, I'm not doing enough. I need to do better. And especially with Desi. Like, I'm seeing the children that are around her, and I know I'm not to compare her to other children. I know this. I know this 100%. There's still some times where you're like, but she seems so far behind here. And even this weekend, I had to chastise myself. And I've had to chastise myself about this a couple of times, because it's like, she may be behind here, but look how far advanced she is here. And so just working on learning what makes me happy. Um, I often say, Stars Hollow is my happy place. I had to come to terms this weekend. Stars Hollow is my comfort, but it's not my happy place. It's where I go when I'm not feeling my best, and they make me feel better, because everybody in Stars Hollow is cool. Like, I would love to live in a town like that, where there's so many people that's probably like, no, yeah, I'd love to live in a small town. I'd love to know my neighbors. I would love for family members to be my neighbors. Like, I think that's the coolest thing in the world, but that's just me. And so, if I had to say anything for this Soulful Sunday, would be to live. My mom's best friend shared with me that my mom told her, I'm going to live as long as I can live. And basically, what that meant was, I'm going to live life as long as I'm living. And that's called making the best out of what's been put before you. That's called looking at life from a glass half full, from a positive standpoint. Um, which is what I typically do. I kid you not, but I struggle in some areas. Um, Something else that I learned about myself is I have a lot on my plate, and I've had a lot on my plate for years, and I didn't realize how much it was. I just know that people often told me God won't give you any more than you can bear. Um, but I'm starting to think that sometimes God will give us more than we can bear so that we can link up with the people that He wants to help us with our loads, because there's something that He has in store for them as well as you. And I think that's one of my areas, not saying, hey, I need help. I'm even struggling with this week. In my vulnerability, told someone, how much they mean to me and how much their friendship means to me. Um, but then in doing so, the little girl in me is wondering, did I push her away? Did I make her seem like I'm too eager? If that makes any sense. And so I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of work to do. Yes, I lost my best friend, my brother, but it brought up things that I hadn't dealt with my mother. And then it brought up things that he and my mother both took to the grave, honoring each other's loyalty. Sorry, this is my makeshift what you call this thing? Tripod. Let me show it to you. Stone Age. What y'all know about that? Try 1, 2, 3. I needed 3. Let me go and zoom in since we're doing this so Bruce can see. There's another cypress tree. I love those trees, y'all. I don't know why. I guess because they remind me of like a bonsai tree, but they're not really a bonsai tree. Wouldn't even know how to care for a bonsai tree. But yeah, and it's in between two. I don't know what type of trees those are. But camping has definitely allowed me to find a love for trees, and just how much oxygen they provide us. So yeah, y'all, I can only hope. We're slanted now. Such is life. I can only hope that when I come back, I meet your expectations. But if I don't, I won't be offended if you decide to unsubscribe. I won't be offended if you tell me, because here's the thing. My first counseling session is going to be today, which means I'm taking you guys on this journey with me. I'm not going to disclose anything, but this is my way of just letting you know that I am doing the work that I need to do to be a better me, to be one with me. I've made some commitments to myself. I'm going to start walking. Yeah, I need to lose some weight. You see these arms. But not just that, I also need an avenue to relax myself. And so I'm going to start walking. I'm changing my diet, not to lose weight, but to make sure that I'm putting foods in my body that's going to give me energy, that's going to make me feel better. I'm going to journal starting today. Many of you may know or may not know the last time I journaled was December 3rd, 2017. And the last thing that I journaled was I knew that my mother was either going to pass away that week or not, or go home on hospice. Because that date had been etched in my head for a few months and I couldn't shake it. And when she called me that day and needed to go to the hospital, I journaled on my way to the hospital. I couldn't journal the process while I was there. The crazy part is if I would have been journaling my life and the things that have occurred, the amount of money that could be made off of those books. But it's not about making money. It's about being whole, and it's about being able to truly offer yourself to others, your true, authentic self, not a facade, not what you think you are, but what you know you are. And I love what the Positive Pusher, first finding your core values. What are your core values? So yeah, Aisha got a lot of work to do. So I'm gonna start walking this week, not every day. But when you have a friend that says, I'll pick you up and we can walk together, how do you say no? You just go. In the event that my cousin Tahira sees this, no, I'm not walking with you because I need about a year to 2 years to get to your level. So, even when you claim you're going to slow down the pace, no ma'am. Then I'm going to start eating better. More fruits, more yogurt, more vegetables, more nuts. Just trying to be more mindful of what I put in my body. I'm not leaving my hemp alone. It helps. We'll definitely be reducing the amount of drinks that I have. I'm not a lush or anything like that, but I'm not a lush or anything like that. But I will drink a nice margarita or daiquiri, or even a beer with my husband sometimes, just sitting outside by the fire pit. But I'm trying to cleanse my kidneys and my liver, and so alcohol doesn't help with that. Caffeine doesn't help with that, so I won't be having coffee either. Y'all pray for me. Yeah. Gonna stay away from sugars. My reason for doing that is just because, believe it or not, when I'm done with them, I get a headache. So it's like, why do you do that to yourself? But it's so good. Like, there's nothing like a white macadamia nut cookie. Oh my God. And that's where I'm gonna start. That's where I'm gonna start. Still in school, so I'm gonna get caught up with that for the remainder of today and tomorrow, because I have to have all that in by the 15th for the last 2 weeks. And yeah, that's all I got. So I guess I kind of gave you an update instead of a Soulful Sunday, but in that update, I hope you guys know to live life while you have life to live. There's a scripture that says no man knows the day or the hour. When we're living in some pretty rough times now, and some people may say, oh, it's not so rough. Oh, it is rough. It is real rough, and we gotta talk about it. Not just talk about it, but we gotta apply life application. So yeah, I can honestly say I'm coming home stress free. I'm coming back to YouTube stress-free. Um, doesn't mean I'm not still grieving and hurting, um, because I am. I mean, there's still things that I'm learning. Um, so this is going to be a process for me, but it's a beautiful process because it's time. It's been almost 3 years with my mom, and then Miho just pushed me into it's time. It's time to talk about it, deal with it, and be better. And that's what I want to do. I want to be better, um, because I want to make a difference, in this world for the better. When I'm gone, I don't want to leave behind the untold stories for somebody else to tell. I want to tell my own stories. And so that's why I'm taking you guys on this journey with me. I do know that my page is going to start opening up more of my home. I just don't know how that's going to look like as far as recording. Like, am I going to pre-record, or am I going to do live? Because some things that happens live, yeah, I have to do some editing with Miss Destiny Rain, but she's my heartbeat. So yeah, I said a whole lot of nothing, y'all, in this 20 minutes, but it's Soulful Sunday, and so my soul is happy. Um, I needed this time to just, I did nothing. Like, I went to bed each night, I think about 9, no later than 10. And sorry if I was that bummer friend, but I needed that rest and didn't know it. And I didn't have to take a sleeping pill to go to sleep. Hey, say hallelujah. So yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's cloudy, as you can see behind me. So I don't know if we're gonna get any more rain. We've gotten rain, but it's just peaceful. The birds singing, the tides, the ripples in the water, even the rain, the tapping of the rain against the camper was just, it was everything I needed. Everything I needed. And so my hope is that anyone that's watching, if you're living, live. If you're breathing, live. And take time, set aside time to figure out you. That was the other thing. I am going to schedule an hour a day. And in that hour, there's 2 things that I want to work on. It's learning the guitar and work on my vocals and my ranges. And so I'm going to schedule myself an hour a day, either to do both or to do one particular day and one another day. Maybe even 2 hours. This is a 24-hour day. But yeah, meeting that lady today, and I won't say her name, was the most amazing thing. And I'm so grateful that she talked to me, and that, you know, to hear that her and her husband has been married for 30 years, and it's just knowing that you gotta be okay with you and where you are. And I think I am for the most part, but my head is so clouded by things that I've gone through, things that I've experienced, things that have, you know, current events, that I don't know me anymore, if that makes sense. I just know that I'm Ivy's sister and his caregiver, and I heard somebody about my brother. I'm Desi's mother, and I heard somebody about her, and her caregiver. My mother-in-law's daughter, or my mother-in-law's daughter, and her caretaker, and I heard somebody about her. And then I'm a wife to Andre, and I will hurt somebody about him. And then I'm a mom to Deuce, to Amber, and Tavares, and they're my hearts, and I will hurt somebody about them. And though all of that is beautiful, what am I to me? And that's what she was like, you gotta be just as important to you as they are to you. And I can tell you I'm not. I will put myself on the back burner all the time for them. And most times other people too. So y'all pray for me as I'm on this a journey of grounding, I guess, myself. Yeah. But life isn't guaranteed, y'all. Age ain't but a number, as Aaliyah stated, and she's no longer with us. So that should say something. We're not guaranteed to get old. So what will our legacy be? What do we want to leave behind? You know, if I were to go today, yeah, I got these few videos on YouTube that kind of show you who I am, but it doesn't show you all of who I have the potential to be, of the things that I can do. So yeah. With that being said, I love you guys. I thank you for supporting me through one of the toughest times in my life. And I know people keep saying, how is this the toughest time in your life? And you lost your mother. But I said it before. That was, Tony for me was that foundational piece that knew me through and through and never judged me. I don't have another person like that. Nobody. And I apologize if anyone's offended. I don't have another person like that. And I took that for granted. I took it for granted. And even with that, there's so many layers. So many layers. So yeah. Neither here nor there. I love you guys. I am going to upload this video. I'm not going to even go back and look at it. Whatever I said, I said. I do have an unboxing video that I still have yet to upload. I'll upload that. And I have a hair video that I did. I'm going to reach out to Modest. Her husband was actually editing it for me. But I'm going to try to edit it myself and see what I can do. And if so, then I guess I'll maybe release it as a premiere. I don't know, because I think it's like 30 minutes long. So, but it'll show you guys a side of me that I don't often show. I can be very silly. And that's the part that, like, so going through some of Miho's things and even looking back on some of our messages, y'all, I forgot how funny I was. I forgot how funny we were together. I forgot how silly we were. Like, him being 21 since he's turned 21, which I know is a lie, but I'm a year older than him. So if he's going to be 21, okay, cool, I'm 22. No big deal. That's, you know, our little secret. So just a lot of things, from him swearing he's a model, and he's been swearing that, I promise you, probably since I've known him. I'm a model. And to hear so many people hear that he didn't just say it to me. You know, I think it would just be me, and because he's comfortable, or his siblings because no, he said it everywhere apparently. He's a model. So yeah, I miss him. But I know he's good. I know we're good. Thankfully, he left me an entire family. His oldest sister was like, girl, we couldn't get rid of you if we wanted to. I was like, just so y'all know, when you've been around 30-some years, who gonna put me out? Because mama, which is his mama, ain't gonna put me out. So with that being said, who gonna put me out? I said Akita. Somebody's screaming. Somebody's screaming and people are running. I don't know. I'm okay though. Um, but yeah, so thank you guys just for taking this time out with me. If you're breathing, I guess that's the best way to return. It's kind of the same way that I left. If you're breathing, be thankful and live. I don't know what living looks like for you, but live. I don't care if you're cramped up in a one bedroom and it's you, your husband, your boyfriend, and your 8 kids. Live. Make it the best that you can make it, because I was finna say tomorrow is not promised, but we can't even say that anymore. The next minute, the next moment, all I think about is that YouTube video that I did August 31st that morning. I had no idea that that evening I would be getting a call and seeing what I saw. And I was happy that morning. And it just shows you how quick life can get away. So, yeah, um, that's all I got for this Soulful Sunday. I will see you guys tomorrow for Motivational Monday. And I look forward to seeing you guys because I do miss all of y'all so much. When I say God has truly blessed me with a YouTube community tribe, it is amazing. Like, my numbers haven't dropped. They're increasing. Um, People are intentionally watching my videos to help me stay relevant. And like, that's not stuff that people they don't have to do that for you. Even our friends with camping, they don't have to do that for us, and never want to take any money, no, just come on. And it's like, or the fact that they can come to the house and just chill with us at the house, knowing that we have Desi and Ivy, so we can't just go. And that matters. It feels good. It feels so good. And people have been asking, what can I do? What can I do? Prayer works. But my ultimate goal is to be soon monetized on YouTube. And that's important to me because I want to give back to my family however I can, pour back into my family. But with that being said, yes, I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't know why I said with that being said, but do y'all see that view behind me? Yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous. Yeah, I can't see my tree over here. Man, so here's another view because this is, well, hold up.